Hey Aries, it's Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe. I've been sitting over here watching these birds while I was meditating. It's time for your reading, so I always sit for a little while and take in the energy, get myself in the right headspace for. I try to think about Aries and not people that I know that have those placements. So sometimes that's hard to empty that energy off. But nature helps a lot. So if you're not doing that, I recommend it. I'm Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe. If you've not already liked, shared, and subscribed, please do so. It really helps me grow the channel. And if you'll ring the bell, you get notifications every time that I post new content. So hopefully you guys like the way that I read. A lot of times I am hearing music as I go into meditation. Today I don't hear music, but I have made notes. If you've watched me, you know how this goes. And the notes came up after watching these birds. And I named it Angry Birds. Because I literally watched this bird fly down, and there's a hole in the leaves over here. And this bird gets in there and it's pushing all the leaves out of the way like it's digging for something, maybe digging for worms. I don't know. This other bird comes down and they get in a knockdown, drag out fight in this hole. And one of them leaves empty handed and then the other one takes off. They both fought over the hole, I guess, or whatever was in the hole. They just got mad at each other and they went their separate ways and nobody left with anything in their mouth. And then one of the birds came back and started on a new hole over here. But when he first came to the first hole, he was peaceful, or she, or whatever. Come to the second hole, picked a new hole, no other birds around, and that bird was pissed off from the get-go. It's chirping and going on the whole time it's digging, and here comes that other bird right back and starts fussing in this hole, and both of them leave again empty-handed. I don't know what the goal here was, but there was a message in these angry little birds to us, Aries. So are you an angry bird? Are you dealing with an angry bird? Are you and someone you're dealing with acting like a couple of angry birds and you're fighting and it ends up in everybody being empty-handed, and it's a no-go. So angry birds be fighting. It's back over there now. It's on top of the hill up there. It's not chirping, but it's digging. That's funny. It just throws leaves everywhere. Y'all can't see it, but I can see it. Anyway, we'll get off that topic. But I did a pre-shuffle also after that, after I took the notes about the Angry Birds. There was a couple of cards that I got. I think I already reshuffled them back in here. But the numerology that came up with those cards, I noticed a progression in the numbers. It went from like 6, 7, the 8 and the 9 were missing, and then there was 10 and 11. So that means flowing through a cycle, but what I heard was focus on the 2 missing numbers. And when I started meditating on those numbers and thinking about it, this is the information I got from it, and then we'll do the reading and see where that leads us here. There's something about communication. There's something about clear thought in or around that. There's something about work productivity, whether it's work at home or it's emotional work or work at home or something like that. Something about an emotional release, not being able to express yourself, whether energetically or physically, or being able to leave things behind that are not serving you. There's also something about here that someone can't see a point or they miss the point of something. Also, someone is looking at a wish fulfillment. Possible. Either a missed opportunity for that or looking at a big deal in their life, facing a big deal. Also, there's a lot of thoughts about not getting enough rest and trying to do self-care or needing to do so. All right, and that's all the notes I got. So let's see where the energy oracles, if they give us anything else that we need to look at for Aries, angels, ancestors, guides, and spirit. What messages do you have for our Aries collective? For Aries. I was hot earlier, so I had to put my hair up. Yep, that one came out in the pre-shuffle. That was one of the cards, the healer of all ages. That's typically Virgo energy. Virgo's a natural healer of the zodiac. But it's also, I mean, that's, you take a look at it and come up with it what you will. Who's the healer of all ages to you? It's a number 6 card. It's 51, but it comes to 6. The thinking woman, this is Libra energy, number 47, or air energy. So you got earth and air here. That breaks down to the number 11. That number was in our thing. That wasn't the card that was in the pre-shuffle, though. Let's see if there's any more in here. Whoa. I guess so. Ah, third eye. It's the number 4. Remember what I always said. I always read these archangel cards to you guys. So we're gonna read about that because there might be a message in here for you, Aries. So let's see what this is about. If you're experiencing a third eye experience or third eye opening, or if you haven't ever opened your third eye, or you don't know how, or you don't know what's happening, that might be coming into play for you. In order for you to get in alignment for a spiritual partner, your third eye, if you're wanting to be in alignment with somebody who's got their third eye open, you have to open yours. Because if they're in true alignment, if they're elevated, you'll run out of energetic space to be in each other's vicinity if one of them has an eye shut and the other one has all 3 eyes opened. And if you don't understand that, you probably need to research third eye openings. All right. This is about having clarity of thought and personal vision. Okay? This is the center that's devoted to insight and clear thought. Remember what I said earlier? Clear thought. And this card wasn't even out. It's what I got off the numbers. It's much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? You got to create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. It depends on the level of power that you think you have. I had this conversation the other day, Aries, and it has everything to do with realizing our personal power, realizing the divinity within us, and understanding that we actually give away our personal power if we stay in scenarios that are not healthy for us or that we're not happy in. If we choose to settle there, and we're not brave enough to walk away from things that don't serve us, we think it's about loyalty, being loyal, or being dedicated to a pact that we made. But you can fulfill a contract with someone and carry out a contract. But if you carry out a contract and you signed up for it to be a certain way, and then the other party in the contract, which by the way has to be more than one person, changes up something and expects you to stay in the contract anyway, well, do you give your power away to that? So you may be in a contract. You guys might be fighting like the Angry Birds. Everybody's fighting around you, or everybody's fighting over... These birds seem to be fighting over territory. They were trying to protect what they have so they didn't lose anything. But they couldn't even enjoy the space that they were creating. And they left empty-handed. Both of them did. You know? So, well, birds obviously have bird brains because they can't stand here and have the conversation. So it's natural for birds to do that. They can spend an entire day and a lifetime of doing that, but we're humans. So if humans are fighting like angry birds and ending up empty-handed, well, there's a problem with communication, clear thought, work productivity. That just don't mean what you're doing at work. It means about the productivity of how we're doing things, the ins and outs of the contract that we're in, the back and forth of that. If there's a glitch in there and you're constantly jamming up, you can't go home and be in peace, or you can't go to work and be in peace, or wherever it is. You ought to be able to be in peace anywhere you're at, or have internal peace. And if things trigger you, you get irritated or you get bored or whatever, there's something wrong. And that's something that it's going to be your responsibility to correct. You can't sit around and wait on somebody else to show up the way you expect them to. You got to let people do what they're going to do, and they'll put boots on the ground and show you what they're going to do. Or they'll practice active avoidance. But communication is key to them even knowing what you want them to do, or changes that you want to make. You think that we're meant to stay in relationships or contracts forever just because 10 years ago it was in alignment with us? But people have their autonomy and they change over time. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. I promise you that. And they're not the same person. So you don't think that it's natural for humans to come out of alignment with one another? But we stay for the sake of an old belief system, an old box that we live in that says, oh, well, you have to commit to this forever. You tied the knot. This is a lifetime. Or you signed the contract. Well, you had control in the beginning to how long that contract was. You know that? Typical contracts have an end date and a renewal period. Why do we think that marriages are never ending? Or that friendships are loyalty to the death? Why are we doing that? What are we getting out of it? Is the way that you're living life right now making you happy? If you're putting effort into something you're doing right now, even though it doesn't make you happy, are you going to keep hitting that button next year and the next year and the next year and the next year? because you have the power to change all that today. It might not be an overnight change, but your personal evolution is the key to getting you out of something you're not happy in. And if you change and the person that's in the contract with you does not go in alignment to that, then that's their personal journey. You guys are not changing in the same direction. And coming to terms with that, then there has to be a conversation. There's a progression there. Going from the 6, okay, everybody's happy together. 7, an investment of time and things like that. But when you're missing the 8 and the 9, and then you jump over here to 10 and 11, whoa, that's going to create confusion. And you don't think that causes angry birds? Sure does. Sure enough. All right, so let's do a shuffle here for Aries and see what might be going on in their love relationships and things like that. For their highest good, spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, for Aries. Now I'm hearing a song. Jamie Johnson wrote this song. George Strait sang it. Just give it away. Ain't nothing in this house worth fighting over. We're both tired of fighting anyway. Just give it away. The big 4-poster king-size bed where all our love was made. She said, give it away. I can't just give it away. You know what happened in that? They walked off anyway. So, it don't have to be a marriage. It can be contract. It can be work. I mean, maybe you got some shit going down at work. I mean, I don't know. You. Show me the base of the reading for Aries. Oh, yeah. Rest after much conflict. That's why the storm warning came up in the pre-shuffle. There's fighting around you. There's things going on around you. And one person's trying to rest and one person's trying to fight. What's crossing this energy? I just want a new start. I want a new opportunity. I want to look somewhere new. And it's sitting back here just looking up like, hey, guys. Hey, guys. I'm just over here with my pentacle. Y'all need this? Hey. Or there might be an earth sign child involved here, or a younger earth energy that's peaceful. Whoever this is peaceful. And all these MFers are fighting. Is that what's going on, Aries? What brought us here? Recent past, please. Queen of Pentacles. This is a feminine earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or, it doesn't, I'm not talking about your genitals, okay? Feminine. Feminine energy means I am open to receive whatever. Okay, if it's pentacles, then that's earth energy. Things that give us stability. Things that make us feel loved and comforted. The things that sustain us. Sustainability. Okay. In the upright, the queen provides it for herself, has it for herself, and has enough to share with others if they come to her. But she don't just go out giving it, because that's the king's job. Okay. But this queen is in the reverse. Okay. So whether you have male genitals, female genitals, or you don't have any, or whatever you claim to be, it don't matter. This is the energy that you were either dealing with or you were holding on to in the past, unable to receive from someone else any of those things that I just mentioned. If it is a person, then it has to be a feminine earth energy that does not that is in the opposite energy of all that. Okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is also earth energy. Or it's a younger earth energy. Show me the hope and dreams. The hopes and dreams for Aries. All right, this is hoping you get a new opportunity. But we're also thinking about how we are actively not looking at. We're missing an opportunity that is coming in. It's also about emotionality. There's something that's still sitting here in these 3 cups that we've got our focus on. And this over here is actually coming in from, it's coming in, look at the hand. Where's that coming from? It's an opportunity that is coming from God, or a higher power is saying, hey, you need to look over here. Get your focus off of this for a minute. Look over here. Because if you get stagnant in something or it's not growing, then something gets sent to shake it up. Hence the storm warning that came in, okay? Because you might have got stuck in a position of just investing. And if it's not growing and you just keep pedaling your wheels, and then it turns into Angry Birds over here, well, something has to change. And if you're not going to and they're not going to, then this will happen. There'll be a new idea come in, or a new temptation or something, and it'll be like, hey, ding, 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 ding. All right. Spirit. What is Aries' fear? That's a lot of cards, Aries. We're going to put those back in and see if Spirit can provide me a shorter message for the fear position for Aries. Thank you. You're afraid of justice, or you're afraid of a Libra? Or you're afraid that the justification of what needs to happen to create balance is bringing some kind of fear into it's triggering you somehow. Yeah. The idea of justice behind any of this makes you afraid. Show me the possible near future with the energy that's existing. King of Pentacles in the upright. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn standing there in all their right. They've got plenty. They've got the household. This guy's dependable. You can go to him. He's the guy you borrow money from. He's the guy that provides for the family. The Emperor has this in the bag, but the Emperor also has mastered the Wands, which is the fire energy. They've mastered the cup energy, and they've mastered all the energies. This king is the master of his domain, his home. He's got that down pat. He knows how to earn money. He knows how to be a provider. Now here's Gemini energy. This is also the choice. It's lovers. It can also be a connection that is divinely appointed. These 2 people choose to be together as well. This is very angelic if this connection comes in or this partnership comes in, because if it's a new one or if it's an existing partnership, then it's got protection over it. It's protected. It can't be broken, and it's meant to happen. Queen of Cups. Okay, this is a feminine water energy. This is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups may be coming together in a connection. Or someone here may have earth energy, water energy, and air energy. Well, Gemini energy. Or this could be a communication may happen in the near future, an opening of communication or better communication that's divinely appointed to take place regarding the stability that stands in a possible connection or choice in love that we may have, and how much love is between two people, or the opening of the heart space, or the being open to that. We've got a masculine provider and a feminine lover. This is the masculine and feminine integration as well. Even though you've got an earth energy and a water energy, if you take a piece of land that's got a body of water on it, well, what comes from that? All right. If you have water and if you have property that's got vegetation and stuff growing on it, then you most likely have the sun, which is Leo energy, it's fire energy, but you also are going to have air, because you can't have these two elements if you don't have the other two elements, right? So there's a balance that comes into play here. So earth energy and water energy goes well together, you know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or this could be an element of yourself, a Gemini, earth, and water energy. But either way, if this is a connection or this is the future evolution of a connection that you're already in that's coming from Angry Birds, it's going to settle down. As an outside influence here, you may receive a message, or you may have a child to come into, or someone from the past may be coming in, showing love. I'm noticing that the back of this knight, which could be a teenager or a young adult or something like that, has their back toward the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles, and their back toward this connection. Now, that just may be a coincidence, and it as a separate message, it may not be connected at all. But this love energy, or an opening up, or a young love thing, is going back toward its past nostalgic feelings and memories around childhood, or memories with people that are part of your soul tribe, something like that. Show me what the possible outcome is for Aries. All right, we're going to end some manifestations here, or we're not going to be doing any trickery or anything like that. Or there, you may have a Virgo or Gemini energy that is pointing down here, unable to make a manifestation, but they're pointing right at children, or this Knight of Cups and the nostalgia here. And that might be where their focus is, but they're unable to manifest something. Anything else about this Magician in the reverse? There's the Empress in reverse. Okay, this is very manipulative energy. Taurus energy, Libra, or Aries, but it's a feminine. So this is the wife, the mother, the person who's in a higher commitment, running, has an empire at her fingertips, but does not utilize her resources properly, manipulates with them. There's a lot of clout behind this person, but they just try to run the show, essentially. What might Aries not be seeing? There's a commitment or marriage on the line. Here's what we were missing before, the 9. The 9 comes into play with the 9 of Pentacles. A commitment or marriage and a wish fulfillment here. There's a Pisces energy here, or we're not there's a secret around it, or we're not showing our full hand, and there may be a leap of faith toward that very thing. In the near future, Virgo, Gemini energy, the Fool is running over here toward this commitment. and looking for a higher form of commitment, marriage or something. There may be a Taurus involved here. But this is moving in with, deciding to take it to a higher level, or learning a higher form of knowledge or belief systems. Yes, that's the Pope. That's the boss. I'm noticing the 2 keys at the bottom. There's 2 keys here. The key to this household is, yeah, there's a secret around this. Here's the number 9 again. We were missing the 9s. Yeah. Here's, as a side note, the missing, the thing that we missed, the something we couldn't see the point of, that thing, the thing that may have been involved in not showing self-love or whatever that was, had something to do with a very confident Queen of Wands. That's can be a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy, but somebody who has a lot of confidence, that refused to learn, something about travel, taking off on a trip, or they had Cancer energy in there, and something about a water energy, or there not being a show of love toward this person or around it, and there was not a choice made in partnership with a Cancerian or Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but we just couldn't see the point in the whole thing. We couldn't see the point in the travel that was involved around it. But someone here told the truth. There may be a Libra or another air sign involved, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, that came in and told the truth, and the wheel of fortune turned, but it didn't turn in somebody's favor. Someone missed the point, missed the lesson in this, and it ended up in an opportunity that was missed once again, and it created a rebirth cycle, death and rebirth. But this is Scorpio, and then here is Leo, the sun energy. All right. The missed opportunity may have revolved around a Cancerian, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's either there's a lot of passion and there was a truth behind something about a Cancerian and the lack of love involved, but there was a missed opportunity here, and it had something to do with Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Gemini, Libra. All right. So, I don't know, Aries, but if you guys been fighting like angry birds, that's the skinny of it. And we need to get you guys some advice from this other tarot deck so we can figure that out. And here I am going to 30 minutes. I got to hurry up and wrap this up. Let's see if Spirit can give Aries some advice on what they should do with any dilemmas that they have with this stuff they got on the table here. For Aries, Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. Any advice? You need to go toward your happiness. Leo energy, you need to have the confidence to go toward the things that make you happy. Not what makes everybody else happy, what makes you happy. Because if you're not happy, ain't nobody going to be happy. And you're going to get more angry birds. Any other advice for our Aries? All right. It says stop. Stop this mess. Oh my gosh, poor, pitiful me. I can't see none of these cups that are full. Pour that shit out and stop self-loathing. This is like, I feel like everything's, what was that even for? Like, I don't even get that. Try to learn the lesson around it, but don't feel like a victim. It keeps you stuck if you do that. Any other advice for Aries? Yes, there's that 8 we were looking for. We saw the 9 up here, but in order to get up here, you got to do this. All right, this is walking away from the crap that don't serve you. This might have had a little passion in it back here, a little. But look how dark it is. She's headed toward the light. When you walk away from 8 cups, they're all right. They are. You can live with it, right? But you want 9 and 10 cups, because your ultimate happiness is being willing to leave behind the 8 that are okay. We can live with this, but we're not very happy with it. And go on and find your 9th and 10th. It might be a solo journey, but you know where it's at, or you wouldn't be walking toward it. That's normally how that works. Or you've had a new inspiration inside of yourself, or you see that there was an opportunity missed. And that's something that you don't want to do. You may have been turning a blind eye to the things because you didn't want to fight. You didn't want this, but now here you sit up here dealing with it because you put the blindfolders on. And now, after you see that and you do the 8 of walking away, this 9 of Wands turns up in the upright. Now you're carrying the light. You've got the 9. And then you can do your 10 and 11. You can finally close it out, because the next thing here is healing, hope, the star, the thing that you see the most. You may see someone as a star, Aquarian energy. You may have the ability to grow an abundant thing that is actually going to be able to not just provide for you and healing for you, but you may have something humanitarian to do with someone else, maybe in a thing that's guided back here. This is a happy home. This Hierophant depiction is awesome. Look how happy he is. He sees the light at the top of his stairs. Every light in the house is on, just in case you ever do get tired being gone. Every light in the house is on. He's got the house. He's leaving the lights on. It's not the Super 8 or the Motel 6. I'll leave the light on for you. But it is. They're both looking up at the light here. You're recognizing there's been a lie and a deception around something. And now you're manifesting the justice that you were so afraid of, because there was a lack of it in the past. There was heartbreak in the past. And you're looking for equal give and take. This is, I give to you, you give to me. I'll throw the ball, you throw the ball. Back and forth. I'm not going to chase you down for a ball. I don't care. As long as you throw me a ball every day, I'll throw you a ball and everybody's happy. It might be something you don't think you have a lot of strength for, but you will. The lion can always lay with the lamb if everybody keeps it even, right? Integration. That's having the strength to go toward the things that you want the most, and the insight, the foresight, the self-love to do the thing that's good for you, so you can keep your oxygen mask on for yourself so that you can serve others. There is a key to that integration there. So anyway, Aries, that's your read. Much love and light to you. Until next time. Mwah.